Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company. Welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. We got the boatless angler. He's got his line in the water and we're ready to go, folks. Today we're running the Stingnose Peanut Bunker, and I went with the small half-ounce size gold peanut bunker, and I put a size small eye drop on, just a small one. I could have went with the large, but I want to keep it small so that my hook has got some more exposed hook gap for hook setting. So we're out here on Lake Erie. We're just off a place called Point Abino, and it's a gorgeous day. The winds are calm, the sun is out. It's absolutely gorgeous out here, and we're hoping, folks, that the fish bite is going to be on. So we're going to work these. We're going to work these Stingnose Peanut Bunker. Yeah.
Jeez.
Off the bottom, and we're looking for perch. And you never know, we might get a bonus walleye or something, right? That would be great. Okay, that's tiny. That's just a small perch. He had all three trebles in his mouth. He's coughing up a goby. We're gonna have to keep him. We want to lift up that live well, Antonio? Okay, we are fishing 60 feet deep. So because of that, we're just gonna keep all the fish because as you see, we're bringing them up relatively quick. And we don't want them to die. So those ones will still clean up. Instead of filleting those, you just all you do with those is you can scale them and then just gut them. You can leave them whole and cook them just like that. They're actually really good. Oh, and the there we go. What was I gonna say? The bones are not a problem like that. They come off real easy. This is a nicer perch, I think, a little bit nicer.
You're fishing straight down?
Straight down, Antonio, straight down. So I got a gold bunker on though.
So do I.
You have a gold as well? Oh, he's coughing up. He coughed up.
It's a nicer fish.
He coughed up like gobies or minnows or something, but that's better, right? It's a little bit better. Okay, let's get him off. So I like that little eye drop on there. Like I've always said, you don't need the eye drop, but I like it because it's an extra attractor. And sometimes that little extra makes a difference, and of course it keeps the hook away from the line and allows you to jig, let's say, more freely. Okay, and the peanut bunker, the Stingnose Peanut Bunker, it's actually made to similar a peanut bunker, which is a small menhaden in saltwater, but it's so close to a shad that it also resembles a shad in freshwater. So it's a good all-around freshwater, saltwater lure. And yeah, we use these all the time, folks, all the time. So jig it up, let it go down. I've got the Thunder braid I'm running with a fluorocarbon leader. And if there's no more bites straight up and down, I'll cast the sting nose out and bounce it back. And what that does is, it helps cover more ground, but if there's other fish there, they might move towards the boat because that's where our lures are moving. So straight up and down, I'll give it another minute, and if not, I'm casting it out. I was just ready to say I'm going to bring it in and cast it out, and then Mr. Perch decided to hammer it. So that's the key. Threaten to make a change. Oh yeah.
That's a nice fish.
That's bigger than the other one. Now you're talking, folks. That is what I call Lake Erie perch. That is what I call phenomenal eating right there. So he came straight up and down, and that little eye drop, just a nice little size for these smaller baits. I use the large ones and the extra large. Oh, sorry, Antonio, I gotta get in there again. But isn't that nice? It's a nice perch.
What size spoon do you have?
I have a half-ounce on, and the reason I went with half-ounce is because A, we're fishing deep, and I want to get my lure down there relatively quick. I was actually thinking of going with a 3/4 ounce, but I don't know how aggressive these fish are today. But the half-ounce is working, so I'm gonna stick with it. Oh!
I've got a
that
1
was something
ounce
bigger.
on.
That was something bigger. You got a 1 ounce on?
Yeah.
Okay, that could be the difference. But now, having said that, that 1 ounce might not have missed that fish because I had something bigger on there. And the hook size, although it's a nice size hook, you know, it's not really made for big game fish, right? So that one felt relatively big. But no, I would think you should change that 1 ounce and downsize to, might have a, I think I have a half or a 3/4 there just on the dash if you want to downsize.
Okay.
So I had something bigger on and now I'm not getting any bites. So, oh yes I am. That might have been a sheephead then. If it was a walleye, the perch would have scattered, that's for sure. But it might have been a sheephead. How do you like that 1/2 ounce size?
It's working.
Oh, so is
nice.
mine. Gee, that's a better perch. That's a better perch. Am I in the way here? That's a better perch. I think I got a better one too. Oh yeah, I think I got a good one. And then after I land this fish, I want to show you something, folks. Oh yeah. Oh, Lake Erie Jumbo.
That's a beauty.
Lake Erie Jumbo, folks. Lake Erie Jumbo, right there. That's a nice. You know what? Quick photo. Sit down, Antonio, and relax. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit and relax. Oh, that's a nice one.
Not bad.
Yeah, come on.
It's a good fish.
It's a good perch. I'll get them like that all day long. Hey?
Oh, he crushed it.
Best thing you did was downsize. Absolute best thing you did was downsize.
This thing I did is put a perch in the box.
I'm gonna cast it out like you did. Okay. If that's a perch, you've got the world record perch.
My guess is it's a sheephead.
Probably a sheephead. Now I did mention with these smaller bunkers, they have smaller hooks, right? But it doesn't mean you can't catch the bigger fish. In fact, you remember that one time we were out, Antonio, fishing for sunfish? This is a while ago, and we actually have an episode on it. Oh, you lost
Just
him.
came off.
I was using a 1/16 ounce Stingnose minnow. You remember that?
I do.
And I caught a huge pike on it. It was just caught in the inside of his mouth. And that's all it takes, really. But that's the downside, though, of a smaller hook, depending on where it was. If you had just a little hook in his mouth and a little bit of pressure and it came out, right? Probably a sheephead, eh?
Most likely.
Okay.
It was heavy. Big.
We got a double.
Tiny.
You got a small one. You got to keep them, though. You got to keep them. And mine, not so tiny. Mine's a little bit better, folks. That's another nice Lake Erie perch right there. Oh, and he hammered it. Oh, he's got the entire treble hook buried in his mouth. Buried. Oh, bleeding like a sieve now. Okay, open sesame. It's a nice perch. Okay, still got my same eye drop. Still got my same eye drop, folks. The hook's a little bloody, but it's gonna get rinsed on the way down there. I'm gonna get my little pail and wash some of this blood off the boat. This guy just nailed it.
Did he?
He hammered it. It feels like a better fish too. He just nailed it.
Oh, I'm on.
You're on too? Wow. What a solid hit. And a solid fish. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah.
Pretty
I think I got you beat, Antonio.
by far.
I think I got you beat.
By far.
This one at least doesn't have all trebles in them. Hey, that's a nice chunky perch right there. So let's try to get the, because usually when you get one, there's usually more around. Get my Thundermist towel here. Love that microfiber. Okay, that microfiber.
Oh yeah.
It's really nice for keeping the hands dry. Okay, so that was interesting. I got a nice one, and then shortly thereafter, he hooked into a smaller one. So these fish are not really, they're scattered. They're not really schooling up by size. Oh,
Lost them?
That was a good perch. They're not really schooling up by size by the looks of it. They're just hanging out together. I got another one. They're hanging out together, folks. That's what they're doing. And I'm loving it. I missed a good one, and then I think this is another good one.
Not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
I'm on too.
Come on, baby.
Oh, it just came off.
Oh, and I lost my eye drop. Okay, so I'm gonna grab myself another one. I'm gonna stick with that small, just a small eye drop. You on, Antonio?
Yeah.
Would you mind unhooking me? Can you do it? Okay, thanks. All right, I'm gonna get my eye drop on there.
Small fish.
Smaller one?
Yep.
Well, I just got 2 decent ones, just straight down. Were you straight down?
No, I've been casting out.
Okay, see, I've been fishing straight down, and the 2 I just caught were nicer. So, I don't know. But if you use these from shore, same thing. You cast them out, and then bounce it back. Lift it up, let it go down, let it hit bottom. Jig it back, lift it up, let it hit bottom. So you don't necessarily have to be in a boat to work the sting nose.
Wow, they're bites.
I'm getting bites there too, and I missed them. But
Smaller fish, maybe?
smaller fish or gobies. But so far we haven't hooked we haven't hooked any gobies. Oh my God.
That's a small one.
Oh my God. Like I said, that's why a lot of times you miss them, because they're just smaller fish, right? They're aggressive, but they can't get that treble in their mouth. You're on, eh?
Cast out.
Okay, I will show the cast out technique. How's that? So I'm going to show, for those of you fishing from shore, I'm going to cast it out and show you the same technique like Antonio's doing. Cast and retrieve. That's decent.
Yeah, not bad.
Live well's looking pretty good, Antonio. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so yes, from a boat or from shore, doesn't matter. Cast it out, let it hit the bottom. Okay, and if you're using braided line, it helps because you can feel everything. And that's what Antonio was doing. Oh, there we go. Cast it out. I almost didn't get a chance to show you the technique because he hit it on the way down. But basically, you're casting it out and then you're just jigging it back. That's all. Jig it back, let it hit bottom, jig it back, let it hit bottom. And they'll typically hit it on the fall and you'll feel it. So from the boat, you have the luxury. It's fish straight up and down, or casting it out.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
That's a decent perch, eh? Casting it out and jigging it in, and they're coughing up fish like crazy. Come on, out of there. Wow, it's right in the gristle in his mouth. There we go. Look, they're coughing up little perch. Yeah? Coughing up little perch.
Got a tank.
You got a tank? Oh yeah, that was two good tanks. Mine was good too. Mine was good too, so I'm going to cast it right back to the same area. That's a nice fish. It's a great technique, folks, because when you cast it out, you can fan cast the whole area and cover a lot of ground. And if you're from shore, well, okay, you can still fan cast, move down the shoreline a bit, fan cast, you can still cover a lot of area. Either way you want to cut it, it's a great technique. It's got many advantages, and yes, it catches fish. I don't know why we turned the camera off. Should have kept it running, because on my 4th jig on the retrieve, he just nailed it again. Another good perch. Not as big as that last one, but decent. At least this one's not coughing anything up. Hey, but that's a good sized perch. Really, that's a good sized perch. I mean, they don't all have to be jumbos, but what I do like about fishing out here on Lake Erie, you could get those big jumbos, and boy oh boy are they a lot of fun to catch. All right, so I'm going to continue with this cast and retrieve approach, because, well, first of all, on the fish finder we're not marking any fish, so there's nothing straight down. We know that, but they could be around us, and that's why we're casting around. Decent?
Small.
Small. Well, you never know, right? The one I just caught was a good one. That's not that small. That's decent.
Not bad.
No, that's decent. I just missed him. I missed a good one.
This guy wanted it bad.
Yeah, they're just taking them right in, aren't they?
Definitely are.
I just missed a real good one. Hey, you can't catch them all, right?
Nope.
Can't catch them all. Can't catch them all. But that was a good fish. It's a good one.
Nice fish, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good perch right there.
Good eater.
Beauty. Wow. Very nice. You know what, folks? Jigging for perch. Don't wait for ice fishing to jig for perch. Open water perch fishing, it's a lot of fun. And And when the perch are on the bite, you'll have yourself a blast. We're having a blast, and wherever you're tuning in from, I want to thank you ever so much for joining us on today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. And as always, folks, until next time, good luck and good fishing. I just missed one.